I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money.
What's the plan here?
Gonna blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
Well, let's take a look back at yesterday's World Cup action starting in Houston. Cristiano Ronaldo responded to the criticism that he should be benched by Portugal with a brace in a 5-0 win over Uzbekistan. The 41-year-old broke Portugal's career World Cup goals record and became the first player to score in 6 different World Cups. He joins the tournament's other top goal scorers who also got braces in matchday 2, along with Argentina's Lionel Messi, Norway's Erling Haaland, France's Kylian Mbappe, and of course Cristiano Ronaldo on that list. Buenos dias. Welcome into Morning Footy 48 Nations, presented by Zillow. Someday starts today. I'm Claudia Pagan, alongside Jimmy Conrad, Tony Miola, and Marcelo Balboa. We are live on YouTube, so make sure that you guys join along with the conversation by giving us your thoughts and your comments in the chat. But guys, Tony, Ronaldo setting multiple different records for Portugal for being the first guy to score in multiple World Cups. Are we surprised that he responded to all the criticism that he got from match day 1?
No, I think we said yesterday, right, in the previewing their lineup and Roberto Martinez and what he was going to do. I think you and I, Jimmy, predicted 3-0. I think JD, who was on the show yesterday, predicted like 7-0. But we all had Cristiano Ronaldo kind of breaking out a little bit here and this Portuguese side. But it's amazing, 6 World Cups. I don't think we did this thing yesterday, you know, Ronaldo, Messi, Maradona, Pelé, whoever it is, whoever you want, right? And it's always a tough discussion. And I said yesterday, I think it's more what catches your eye. But I don't think in any way, shape, or form we ever did it in a way where we were trying to disrespect what Ronaldo has done, because it is mind-boggling. The idea of playing in 6 World Cups, period. The idea of being at the highest level for that long period, forget about it. But what an amazing record. Good for him. I think we all expected it was going to happen at some point in this World Cup. You know, congratulations to him.
Yeah, I was proud to play in 1 World Cup. So imagine playing in 6. I would be insufferable if I played in 6 World Cups. I'd be talking about it all the time. He's got 10 goals now, which is the most in his country's history, overtaking Eusebio. It is really remarkable, and I don't want to take anything away from it. I do think it's interesting, though. He's never scored in the knockout rounds. So that's kind of the next challenge for him, I think, to get people off of his back. Very similar to how Messi couldn't be considered the greatest until he won a World Cup. You just kind of have to continue to hit these milestones. And so, yeah, if I wanted to trigger any Ronaldo fans, there's, you know, hasn't scored the knockout rounds.
There it is.
Only dunked on Uzbekistan, all that type of stuff. But I don't want to take anything away from what he's achieved, because you still have to go out there and perform, and he was very good yesterday.
Yeah, and Marcelo, there are truly some players
I'm Argentine. I'm not talking about it. No, I'm kidding.
No, there are truly some players who maybe thrive on sometimes the comments that they get, that they aren't good enough, that what are they doing? And I feel like Ronaldo's a guy that hears that noise, and it fuels him even more.
Yeah, I think we all are we not?
Yeah.
You hear stuff bad that say about you, it's written in the paper, you want to prove them wrong. 94, I heard 2 coaches talking about get rid of him, he's not going to make it back, he blah, 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 move on. That fueled me. So, listen, I think he was waiting for this. I think he was waiting to prove people wrong. I think he enjoys proving people wrong. And listen, despite you like Ronaldo, you like Messi, you like Haaland and Mbappe, it doesn't matter. He's one of the best goal scorers we'll ever see. And, you know, now you just got to hope that he can continue it. We don't want to see it. You know, we've seen Haaland 2 games now. We've seen Mbappe. We've seen, you know, I mean, we're starting to see this. Now you got to hope that and they did. They kind of changed some bodies, and they've built a little bit more, let's say, a team that suits Ronaldo better, quicker on the outside, crosses. So, yeah, I think that we'll see more from him.
Well, regardless of what he will continue achieving, he has already achieved the fact that he has been made into a Lego that can be built. So, Lisa, I'm already laughing. We have Lisa in for Lisa's Lego
This is what
challenge.
they bring me in for, Claudia.
I'm laughing because I found out this morning that Lisa has never, ever built a Lego.
This is my first Lego. I'm so excited.
We've given her one with over 4,000 pieces.
No. 854.
Oh, is that it?
That's it.
Oh.
That's
She's
it.
got till the end of the show?
854 pieces.
Wait.
I have 2 hours to build this Ronaldo
No
Lego.
problem.
You've never built a Lego?
Yeah,
You've
that's
never
probably
been
what's
to like a museum or something? Like,
No, Tony, no.
need to talk to your parents.
I
I feel like
was
you've
a
been
house full of
deprived.
girls. We played with Barbies and dolls. I played sports.
there's Lego Barbie. There's Barbie Lego, isn't there? There's got to be.
I have no idea, but I am already, what is this, 4 minutes into the show? Can I
Yes.
open this?
Yeah, you
Can I
need to get
going?
started.
Please start opening
Thank
it.
you. 'Cause 2 hours is going to go pretty fast. I have my booklet. I've been given some advice by my 6-year-old nephew, Luca. If I get frustrated, take a deep breath, walk away for a minute, and then come back to it, which I might get
Hey,
frustrated.
that's proper life skills.
Great life
From a
skills.
6-year-old.
He also mentioned that there might be like an extra piece in here that I can use if I mess up, which I'm very excited about. And then his biggest piece of advice was there are numbers on the bags. Follow them in order. So, Luca, thank you for the advice. Let's go.
Well,
Check
all right,
back
good
in,
luck.
guys.
We're going to see if Lisa can complete it. I mean, I don't know if you guys there on YouTube think that you can complete this Ronaldo set in under 2 hours, but we also have the...
We need buckets.
We need buckets.
Buckets to give us odds.
Buckets. Do you have buckets to
You know
give
what
us
I mean?
the odds?
There he is. Hey,
There
Buckets
he
is here.
We need odds, buckets. We need
What's-
odds about this Lego 2 hours.
What's the over-under?
800,
What's
yeah.
the spread on this, Buckets?
Lisa's about to find out how much Buckets likes her.
Yeah.
Go on, Buckets.
That's the problem, guys. Is I really like Lisa, and now I got to be the jerk because I looked up some stuff on this Lego set. It says
Don't
the average
tell me
Lego set
buckets.
is the average Lego set is rated for people ages and up, but the Ronaldo set is slightly more complex, and you need to be at least 12 and up to get through this set. So it's a little bit tricky. Does change the odds. I'm going to give Lisa the same odds to finish this by the end of the show as USA to win the World Cup currently are, which is 30-1. Lisa, I'm giving you plus 3,000 to get this done on Morning Footy.
Wow.
Plus 3,000.
He basically
I have no faith in myself. This is going to be rough.
No, don't say
Well,
that.
this is where you get to
I got
prove everyone
this.
wrong.
prove everybody wrong.
No more distracting me.
You got to channel your inner Ronaldo and prove everybody wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'll do today.
All right. Well, listen, Lisa was expecting a little bit of the criticism, as was Cristiano Ronaldo. So, hey, Lisa, you guys do have that in common. You have that in common with the GOAT. And Ronaldo did speak after yesterday's big match about expecting that he would get criticism for his first game. Let's take a listen.
Eu chego sempre, mais cedo ou mais tarde eu estou lá. Por isso, é continuar o meu trabalho. Eu acredito muito naquilo que faço, acredito muito que quem trabalha Deus ajuda. A minha carreira foi sempre assim, não ia mudar nada. E estou muito feliz, porque para mim o principal é a equipa, estar unido com eles, estar unidos com as nossas famílias, que isso sabemos que podemos controlar. Tudo o resto que vem de fora não podemos controlar, porque sabemos que quando não jogamos bem ou não ganhamos, somos sempre atacados, principalmente eu, mas já, como disse anteriormente, já estou acostumado e sigo o barco.
Time for our expert guidance presented by Zillow. Someday starts today. Roberto Martinez did end up sticking with Cristiano Ronaldo. That was such a big question after coming off of their first game. You think he got it right in this one?
Yeah, he clearly got it right, and I think it was a good opponent to try to see if they could put him in a position, like Marcelo was saying earlier, to thrive. It didn't work in the first game. They were stifled by Congo. They couldn't find the spaces there. Congo is very good defensively, so I don't want to take anything away from them. And they showed it again last night against Colombia, but I thought it was a nice game for him to kind of break out. If they had played an opponent that was maybe, let's say, in the top 25, maybe we're having a different conversation. But ultimately, it's good for Ronaldo to have confidence. It's good for the team to have confidence. And when they get going, when this Portugal team gets going and that midfield gets going and everybody's getting chances and everything's sprinkled around and you've got Rafael Leao coming off the bench to score great goals, I mean, they just are going to be a team that nobody's going to want to face in this tournament.
Yeah, I don't think Roberto Martinez ever swayed, right? Like he's certainly not influenced by what people are saying, especially in the media, fan reaction, any of that stuff. And we said yesterday, if you make a change at that point, boy, you open up a can of worms that you have to start answering questions. But in his mind, I never saw a manager. I don't know that he was ever even defending him, if you will. It was like, no, this is my guy. This guy's been doing it forever. And I got to stick with it. It's Cristiano Ronaldo, right? Like, I just can't move him to the side. And I think Fernando Santos, a couple of years back in the World Cup, made that decision, and he took a lot of heat for it. I mean, it almost divided Portuguese fans because there's either Ronaldo or bench him, right? It's either play him or bench him. That's where they were at, but it worked out yesterday.
What I'll say really quickly on that, if you're going to bring Cristiano Ronaldo, you have to play him. Like, if you wanted to not have him be involved, then you just don't put him on the roster. You just rip the Band-Aid off. You deal with all the fallout from that then, and then you can focus on your team as the tournament begins. That's where I would say, if you're going to make a decision of that stature, it's going to be really hard for him to do that mid-tournament, unless you've already had clear communication that this is a possibility.
You know, Chell, I think the sort of writing on the wall will be if there's a moment where, just from a footballing standpoint, Roberto Martinez doesn't think he's fitting that game.
Yeah.
Whichever game that is moving forward, does he make a decision?
I don't think so. Listen, you brought him. You had two choices. You don't bring him and take the criticism, or you bring him and take the criticism. I bring him and take the criticism because, eventually this team is good. It's got the sum of his pieces are fantastic in this team. So just add Ronaldo, a little older. He can't make the run. They said they can't make the run in behind the defense. He made the run behind the defense yesterday. He scored a goal. So, listen, there's two things as a coach. You back him, and you back him no matter what, because you want the confidence of players. The only thing I thought it was weird is when he scored, he kind of ran to the bench. It almost like it was orchestrated, a little bit too, for me. But I'm sticking to it. He's here. He's going to play. He's going to score. And he's going to help you win games. So I'm not veering from starting him.
Yeah. Jimmy, do you think that Ronaldo gets unfairly criticized?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think what's unfair to him is just the constant comparison to other players. Messi, of course, is the number one. It's always, and for a long time, if you were in the internet, if you just titled something Messi and Ronaldo or versus Ronaldo, you're going to get instant reaction engagement. So people chase that a little bit, I would say. But now it's Ronaldo versus Haaland, now Ronaldo versus Mbappe. And that's part of the job, and it comes with it. But I do think at times he doesn't get to maybe get as much shine. There are obviously CR7 fans out there that know all of his stats, know everything that he's done, everything he's accomplished, and worship him accordingly. And he deserves, he's worked so hard. And I actually liked his comments afterwards. He's like, yeah, I've been dealing with this my whole life. And we've seen athletes in other sports who say they need that as fuel to get going. Michael Jordan used to make up imaginary negativity from his teammates that they didn't even say just to get kind of fired up. So it's not unheard of to see that before. But unfairly, yes, I do think he gets unfairly criticized. And maybe because he set the bar so high, we're always kind of comparing him to what he's already previously achieved as well.
Yeah, I always feel like as pundits, right, you're always asked Messi or Ronaldo, right? You got to make a decision, right? That's what you do. But we should live in a world from a fan standpoint, Messi and Ronaldo. Right? We've been watching these two guys, and there will be other guys. You mentioned Haaland and Mbappe, like those could be the guys now in the next era. But that's kind of where we should be as fans, I think, is that we've had the pleasure for I don't know how many years now, 15 years of watching these two guys go, back to back, and especially when they were in La Liga. Now we're doing it at the World Cup. It seemed like one would score a goal on the weekend, and then the other guy had to match him, right? And they would have this battle. And then the next week it would flip-flop. But it's been a joy to watch both of them play. They've set standards that we've never seen before. They've put up numbers that we've never seen before. Ronaldo's creeping up on 1,000 goals. So just think about that, right? And now 6 World Cups. It's been a great career. But people will ultimately still say, I like one or the other in the end. And I don't know that we should get mad about that, right? We should embrace that these two have been in our era.
Yeah, I'm just going to enjoy it. I'm just going to enjoy it.
We need a Portuguese here to balance this out.
It's funny because yesterday I saw a dude in an Argentina shirt talking about Ronaldo. He loves Ronaldo. And the dude asked him, why are you wearing an Argentina shirt? I felt bad for Messi because he's number 2. And I'm laughing, going, he's never played in the Euros. I started thinking, okay, does this guy know soccer? Does he know? So listen, I think instead of the controversy, I think certain people like Michael Jordan would create things. I think he needed this kind of fuel, I think. Always criticized, always is he better than Messi. I think that's what's kept him going for so long. But we also got to remember his age. He's getting a little older. We can't expect him to be the Ronaldo of 20 years ago. So you know what I'm going to do, and I've been doing this for a while, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy what I've got for right now because you know what? It's not going to last much longer. And then once these two guys are gone, now we've got to figure out who's going to carry the sport, who's going to put this on their back. What rivalries are we going to worry about anymore? So I'm going to enjoy this World Cup, and Ronaldo's Ronaldo, Messi's Messi, and let's enjoy it.
It's crazy. We've been seeing the greatness, especially from these two for so long that it feels just so normalized. So maybe when Ronaldo isn't on it for a game or two, we go, oh, what's wrong with him?
Yeah.
Well, the expectations have been set very, very high. All right, well, how about we do Morning Footy trivia here because it does have to deal with Ronaldo. So, Cristiano Ronaldo's brace versus Uzbekistan was just the second multi-goal World Cup match of his career. Who did the first one come against? Tony's already kind of mouthing the answer here. Keep that in your back pocket, Tony. We'll come back to it in just a sec. But for right now, we're going to take a quick break here. Much more Morning Footy 48 Nations coming up on the other side.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon? When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready? Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion!
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others, but they're not like us. We need to get out of here now.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies. Now streaming on Paramount Plus.
Well, let's look back at Group L action starting in New England, where England struggled to find the net in a 0-0 draw against Ghana. Harry Kane was kept off the score sheet on a day when the Three Lions managed 19 shots, but just 3 of them were on goal. The draw also moved Ghana to 4 points and a step closer to the knockout rounds. Now, the day's other Group L match took place yesterday in Toronto, where Croatia rebounded from their opening loss to England with a 1-0 win over Panama. Anton Boumedier scored the winner in the 54th minute to keep Croatia in the mix for a top 2 finish heading into their group finale against Ghana later this week. Now, England lead the group with 4 points, followed by Ghana, who's on the same amount. Croatia sitting third there in the standings, followed by Panama, who were eliminated yesterday. And England's Jude Bellingham spoke after the game on the struggles that England faces in second games of tournaments. Take a listen.
Yeah, like second game fever, you know, same as always with us. It feels like, I think, in all the tournaments I've been to, it's been the same. You know, a decent performance to start and a good win, and then just the second one frustrated a little bit with how they defended, how they set up. You know, credit to them. They got exactly out of the game what they played for. Couldn't quite break them down, and even with all the corners, all the possession, all the trying to kind of shots on goal from distance. But it's one of those things that happens. It's important for us and for you guys as well not to get too negative, not to get too het up on it.
And the numbers truly don't lie. So 2 years ago, they drew 1-1 to Denmark in the Euros. 4 years ago was a scoreless draw against the U.S. And 6 years ago, it was the same result against Scotland in the Euros. Marcelo, is there any reason as to why a team would struggle in specifically the second game of a tournament?
You know, maybe just stuck in the head. I mean, I don't know. I watched the game and I'm thinking, okay, you had 79% of possession. You had 33 touches in the box. And, you know, I mean, it's just one of those days where we can go in. I mean, give it to Ghana. They sacrificed, they dove, they defended well. Should have, could have. England scored. Yeah, Harry Kane had a few opportunities, a few headers off the crossbar. But at the end of the day, when you don't put it away, part of our game is defending and putting the ball in the back of the net. And they did everything possible to do it. But again, I don't think they have a player, because everything was from the sides through, but no one dribbled, no one got at him, no one was able to break him through a pass through the middle. So it's maybe just a little bit of a mind block, because even Bellingham kind of said, oh, it's just a thing we do. And I'm like, that shouldn't be okay.
Yeah, I think what's interesting is that 79% possession is the most in a World Cup game without scoring a goal in the history of the tournament. So that's pretty remarkable. I also think it's because it's England. They won all those games the last 4 years. They won their opening game and then drew the second one. The first game, I feel like the hype gets going. Oh, here it comes. It's coming home, baby. 3 Lions. Let's get after it. The hype gets going. I'm not saying when you're in a tournament, and we've all been there, you're in a bubble, so you don't necessarily see all the stuff that's going on the outside. Then you take into account that, well, the other teams have also seen us play a game, and now they have a better idea of how to slow us down. And I thought Ghana, to your point, Cello, did a really nice job of kind of taking away something. Now, obviously, 33 touches in the box, and they could have scored and all this, but Ghana did have 1 or 2 opportunities. It should have been a penalty, by the way, in favor of Ghana. So I can understand why they're a little bit upset that didn't go their way. But I think because it's England, maybe there's a little extra there where they're expected to always do these things. The hype gets going after winning game 1. We're going to win the tournament. They beat Croatia 4-2. Here we go. And it's maybe natural for them to have a little bit of a dip just because it's them and all the pressure that they're under.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. We talked about this in the green room. Like, you know, and Claudia asked, like, why second game? Like, what would be is it a mentality thing? I can't imagine, right? It's the World Cup. It's England. They're clearly one of the favorites when you look at their roster. It could be a coincidence that game, you know, match day 2, they've just gotten the results have gone this way. But I don't know from a psychological standpoint, like what would change for you to say, well, it's game 2, we're going to take our foot off the pedal or whatever it is, right? I just don't understand that. That's why I lean to more that it's been a coincidence over years. Now, for years, it was the penalty kick thing, right? Losing on penalty kicks, and that's a different story, right? That's something that is ultimately the second game isn't what's knocked England out of the World Cup. Penalty kicks have, so there was like a mental block with that part of the game, but they got over that hump. Yesterday's game, I think if they play that game 10 times, they probably scored 2 goals in that game, right? And of course, I'm with you. I thought it was a penalty kick for Ghana. But in the balance of play, I think England was certainly the better side. And it's just one of those days. Harry Kane, you know, has an opportunity. Nico O'Reilly off the crossbar. Like, that one sticks out to me. But I don't know that it's something that they should worry about right now. This is a really talented side.
Yeah, so then that will lead us to our panic meter, which I'm hoping that, Marcelo, you don't go all the way, because as Tony said, we shouldn't be panicking.
We gotta see, what are my options?
Let me see. So we have, for England, the panic meter. It's coming home, Oasis feeling, no worries, composure, lads, squeaky bum time, or burnt toast.
Burnt toast.
I'm sorry, did you say squeaky bum?
Squeaky bum time.
I just like squeaky bum.
Yeah, squeaky bum. Squeaky bum. Squeaky bum.
Ooh. God, I'm going to go with, I can't even see the green, number 2. What's that one?
The Oasis feeling?
Oasis feeling, yeah.
All right, so the one under, it's coming home.
Yeah, it's not coming home. You got a long way to go before it's coming home.
But you're still feeling pretty good.
Yeah, still feeling really good.
How come? Why not?
England.
Why
Look
not
at the
lower?
team they have. Listen, this is a good team. They're one of the favorites. They would have put 1 away yesterday, could have put 2 or 3 away. It could have just kind of steamrolled for them. And with the talent they have with Saka coming in off the bench, I mean, you look at it, a very talented team. They just couldn't put it in the back of the net, and that's part of our sport. It's not easy sometimes when you've got a team like Ghana who defended well. And let's be honest, it was a PK. at the end of the day, when you tackle a guy waist high from the outside like this and you don't even touch the ball and you take him down, it's a penalty kick. But I get FIFA.
Clear penalty.
But I love this year, I could be honest, they're allowing teams to be a little bit more physical, which I absolutely love from FIFA. But they have enough, and they'll prove it in the next rounds, but they have enough to get to a final. I'm not going to say they're going to win it because it's England. I'd rather see Argentina. But, you know, that rivalry, U.S. to England, but they're very strong contenders.
Well, someone in a comment says England has a 0 chance to win the World Cup. Is that being a little harsh, Jimmy?
It's being
that's
harsh.
an Argentine. That's an Argentine.
Yeah.
Is that secretly you? I didn't
The
look
last
at
name, is it Balboa?
Yeah,
The last name?
It's not Louis, right? No, okay.
Yeah, of course. I agree with Cello. They have the talent for sure to make a deep run. You don't know what the path is going to look like, so I'm curious to see once the knockout rounds are set how clear that is, because at times teams will throw up a lemon. Every team's going to throw up a lemon at some point, and can you survive that lemon? Can you still get a result when you don't play well? Today they got a result, or yesterday they got a result. They played fine, but they didn't have, as you mentioned, a couple players to be divisive or decisive, I'd say, in that. I'm curious what Thomas Tuchel does moving forward, especially in Game 3 against Panama, who have been incredibly unlucky, by the way, because they just got beat by Ghana. The game against Croatia yesterday was one of my favorites on the slate. That was a 1-0 loss, and I know that Thomas Christensen's got to be upset that they didn't get more out of both of those games, so they're eliminated. But they're going to play this plucky Panama team in Game 3. They're going to obviously deal with, okay, we only have 4 points, so the top of the group isn't, for sure yet. It's not guaranteed. So they probably have to roll out their guys. I would put Bukayo Saka in. I think that Madueke's had 2 games. Great. We've seen what you can do. Let's get Saka in. I take Anthony Gordon out for sure and maybe Marcus Rashford in. Or you could put Madueke on the left and put Saka on the right. I'd get Eberechi Eze in there and see what he can do. Maybe he's the player that can break you down centrally and maybe unlock some stuff. I think he's got the opportunity to maybe tinker against a good Panama team that's going to be very resolute defensively. But we'll have to wait and see. But I do think he needs to maybe look at that front line and can he get a little bit more and how that midfield can support that front line.
Yeah, Saka's one of those guys for sure I think needs to go in. A little bit surprised still. But of course, Thomas Tuchel has been steadfast on these lineups and how he wants to go. Another guy, how do you sneak Nico O'Reilly in? Is it at left back for Spence? Only because if you think about his season at Manchester City, he had so many moments where he came up with goals. Yesterday on the header, he almost came up with another goal. He's just had a good season, a guy that's really been in good form and finds ways to get things done. But I don't know if it's so much a lineup thing. You have that many opportunities, and you have Harry Kane as your striker. You're thinking that the ball's going to find the back of the net at some point, right? You mentioned they're going to play Panama, but I would think if you sold to England fans, you got Panama on the last day, who's knocked out of the competition, and you need 3 points and, excuse me, potentially some goals in this one, they would have bought this, right? They would have bought this scenario. I just think with England, everything is always magnified all the time. Like the good is really magnified and the bad is super magnified because of the pressure that these guys are under. But you ask probably, what do we have, 48 teams? You ask 40 plus teams in this tournament, would you take this as your lineup? And they absolutely would take it.
Yeah, Panama could be both the best and worst to play. Best because they're already eliminated, so who knows how they come out, but worse because maybe they feel like they've got something to prove on this last day and really try to get a win against England and want to leave the tournament on a good note. But let's look at what the potential path moving forward. I think you were talking about the path moving forward for England, depending on how they finish. So if they win Group L...
They need to win Group L. Look at that.
If they do, they would face the third place in Group E, H, I, J, or K. So DR Congo is looking like the most likely, which that would not be easy at all.
Not easy.
45%, followed by Senegal and Uzbekistan. If they do finish second, though, they would then play the Group K runner-up, which looking likely to potentially be Colombia at 55%, followed by Portugal or DR Congo. So again, no path is truly easy here.
I'm just looking at Colombia, Portugal, Congo. I'm like,
that one.
Yeah, you don't want to finish second.
Who do you want to play? You know what I mean? Nah. I think everybody's job is to try to win it and win the group and see if your stars are going to align this World Cup. But it doesn't seem like there's much of an alignment because Congo was fantastic last night in the first 2 games. Colombia was, I had them as my dark horse. Mm-hmm. And watching Nunez and watching James, they're starting to find something in Mexico. So, but again, you're playing England. You know what
But
I mean?
we saw, the three of us saw Senegal live their first two games. We saw them against France 2 nights ago. We saw them against Norway. And we all came out of this saying, we haven't seen the best of Senegal yet. Like, their best is yet to come. And this was a possibility for the U.S. at one point, right? In this could change, right? And we were like, no, we'll be okay not playing Senegal, because you feel like they've got enough talent in that group. They've got enough. They've got enough going forward, and they just haven't played their best just yet. So I don't know that you want to play them right now, but yeah, you want to. They definitely want to win the group.
Yeah, I'm laughing. I can hear Lisa.
Question. I have a question. I have a Lego question.
What's up?
I finished bag 1 and I have 4 extra pieces. Did I do something wrong, or do they give you extras?
No, there's generally more pieces in there for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bag number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
That was a little phone a friend. All right, Lisa. We're in our second segment. She's starting her second bag. She's catching up. All right.
She's on pace.
Also to know, if England finish runner-up in their group, Spain would be looming in the round of 16. So the path truly isn't easy for them, or really for anyone, as we continue looking at all these different odds. But we're going to take a quick break here right now. Much more Morning Footy 48 Nations coming up for you on the other side of this quick break.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me.
Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events.
It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days, but the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in 2 worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And we live the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
Over the next 4 days, we'll see each country play their final group stage match. One of the groups in action today is Group C, where Brazil holds on to the top spot, followed by Morocco, both of them with 4 points. Scotland sit third with 3 points, and Haiti, they have already been eliminated. Now Morocco's taking on Haiti today, Scotland going up against Brazil. So Scotland's Andy Robertson was asked about what kind of celebration would happen if Scotland were to beat Brazil. Here's what he had to say.
Come tomorrow night, if we manage to beat Brazil, like I'm using your words now, if we manage to beat Brazil, then I'm sure maybe a couple of beers will be drank by the Tartan Army. That's for sure. But that's what we hope, because we want to give them something to shout about. We want to give them something happy about, and obviously, also if we win the game, then we've created history, and I think the whole of the Tartan Army want that.
I love how he said if they beat Brazil, a couple beers will be drank, as if they're not drinking beers just to kick off the day. If Scotland is to beat Brazil, I think Miami's going to need to start importing beer from other places because they're going to need to celebrate that much.
And a lot of sunscreen, I think, for the Scottish.
A lot of sunscreen. A lot of sunscreen. But how incredible would it be, Tony, if Scotland were able to beat Brazil? I mean, do you give them a good chance of maybe being able to do that?
I mean, it's always possible, right? I thought against Morocco, after going down early, that looked like a game that was going to run away from Scotland. Watching that first 15, 20 minutes, you're like, oh, man, they're under it right now. But then they grew into the game. They had the McGinn chance, right, at the end of the first half, and they kind of grew in confidence from there. I know we'll get to Brazil here in a second, but I don't think this has been a Brazil team that's been firing on all cylinders, right? So you talk about pressure. I don't know that Scotland is under the same pressure as Brazil is in this World Cup, right? So do you use that to your advantage? They've been impressive with regards to a team that's never gotten out of the group stage, right, and has an opportunity against Brazil. I wonder, will they drink more beer if they win
or if they
lose, right, in the end? But yeah, do you give them a chance? No doubt about it. It's not going to be easy. It's still a talented Brazil side who I just don't think have been clicking on all cylinders. But like we were just talking about, right, with like a Senegal, these teams, they grow into tournaments, right? And Carlo Ancelotti talked about this in the first game against Morocco. He said, this is sort of how tournaments go. You start off a little bit slower and you grow into the tournament. But yeah, Scotland's got a great opportunity.
Yeah. Well, between the two of you, you guys have connections. Do any one of you guys have a connection to a private jet so all of us could go down there to watch the game today? Because I want to be down there for this game.
Yeah.
Oh, so many good storylines. One of them, mine, will be how much beer will be drank, whether win or lose, out there in Miami. But, Jimmy, what storyline are you looking at in this?
Yeah, I'm going to quote the great Wayne Gretzky, which was also quoted by the great Michael Scott in the show The Office. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. And Scotland didn't get any shots on goal against Morocco. They had a couple opportunities, and I agree with Tones. They really picked up their level in the second half, and John McGinn most likely should have gotten a penalty. But to Cello's point, they're letting the physicality emerge more consistently in this tournament. So no shots on goal, and as much as I appreciated the level that they reached and fought back in that second half against Morocco, which I think there is a chance they can get something from this good but not great Brazil team. A Brazil team that is still trying to find their identity in their best 11. So if they can sneak something early and not give up a cheap goal in the first minute like they did against Morocco, I think they can be in the conversation for sure. But they have to make Brazil suffer in some ways. They have to ask them a few questions. I thought Morocco did a really nice job when they played Brazil of kind of getting a center back or someone to step in the midfield to create some space in behind, and then you can hit them from behind. I don't know if Scotland necessarily have the same type of dynamic players in that front line like Brazil does, but I think that Scotland does have a chance, albeit it feels kind of small at the moment because Brazil, I think, is going to continue to grow into this tournament. But if they can score early and start to make the Brazilians question themselves, then maybe they can get the Brazilians in a space where they can take advantage of that. And the longer they can make the game 0-0, the better. Because if they get a draw, they're going to qualify for the knockout rounds. They might even still qualify on 3 points right now that they have. but they can't lose by a big margin. So it's an interesting game for Steve Clark and his men. But it should be a great one, and I'm curious to see how, or if they're going to wilt in the Miami Heat against a Brazilian team and those players that obviously grew up in that type of environment.
Yeah, so you have Scotland wanting Brazil to ask lots of questions of themselves, and Tony, you have just one huge question for Brazil.
Yeah, it's style of play, right? Because when I watch Brazil right now, we've seen them for 2 match days. I don't really understand who they are. I said after match day 1 against Morocco, the 1-1, I felt like this was very similar to Carlo Ancelotti's last Real Madrid team, where it was about moments, right? Vinny Jr., who had a moment against Morocco, right, with a great goal. They don't seem to have any rhythm. They found a little bit more rhythm in match day 2. He takes out Igor Tudor and puts in Cunha, who gets 2 goals, right? There was a little bit more fluid movement. But then you lose Rodrigo, right? And who knows what happened, how long he's out for. Ryan seems to be the youngster, seems to be the guy that is going to replace him. But I still just haven't seen complete rhythm from this side. And when we see the yellow jersey, when we think about Brazil, we think, I'm past sort of Jogo Bonito, if you will, as we saw it in the 70s and 80s and maybe even a little bit in the 90s. A little bit more, a little change in philosophy for Brazilian football. It's a little bit more European because of where all the players play. But I still don't, I didn't see spells where Brazil was always, I mean, we've all played against Brazil, right? And you always felt like you were suffocating all the time, that it was just one wave after another, and there were moments where like 10, 15 minutes, you just had to weather the storm. I haven't seen that yet in 2 match days from Brazil.
Yeah. So, Marcelo, what else are you looking at in this game?
Ronaldo. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, listen, I think when we talked about favorites at the beginning of the year, we talked about maybe there's a team from Africa, there's an opportunity to win something. And we talked about, more than anything, Morocco. Okay, so we've been looking at this group. We're seeing them play, and they're playing exciting soccer. They're moving the ball. They're fluid. We like everything about it. But the biggest thing for me right now is we're going to talk about their being a little bit more clinical in front of the goal, because this is a team, looking at their stats, you have 26 shots, only 5 on target. And if you're going to make a run, you've got to be able to put the ball in the back of the net. And this is a team right now that, I mean, from back to front, solid. They play well. They defend well. But all their shots are all over the place. You know, only 5 on target. They've only scored 2 goals. Surprising more than anything. But when you talk about playing against Scotland, I thought once that one went in, the doors were going to open. And it almost like they were like, okay, we've got the lead. Let's just hold on to it. We'll knock it around. And for me, they're lacking that killer instinct. And for me, when you talk about a team like this and you're talking about them making a long run, I mean, over the last 3 games, they've only scored 3 goals, 1 in each game. And you've got to be able to put teams away. They put that second goal away. They put that third one away. They can relax a little bit. They can play their game. Now Scotland's going to open up, but now Haiti comes at you. So now how do you approach Haiti? Do you go after them? Do you press them? Do you try to get goals? Because you're behind, you're in second place. You want to win the group. So now you've got to go at Haiti, and you've got to be able to score 3 or 4 goals to hopefully make up the differential between them and Brazil.
Yeah, all right. Well, good storylines to watch. All things that honestly we could continue doing a 2-hour show on, especially about Brazil and the style of play that they have moving forward. But let's bring in our CBS Sports betting analyst, John Buckets. We're back into the conversation. Buckets, what bets do you have for us?
Got 2 bets for everyone, but real quick, I got to see, how's my Lisa bet doing? I might be in trouble if she ends up finishing that, so just wanted to check in and see how things are going there.
Thanks, Buckets. I appreciate it. I'm on bag 2, and I've almost completed the base. I'm on my way.
Uh-oh, Buckets.
I'm on my way.
You'll be in trouble.
A little bit of a sweat here. If any of you have a couch I can crash on when Lisa finishes this, please let me know. 2 bets for everyone, though. 1 for Morocco, Haiti, and 1 for Scotland, Brazil. Marcelo touched upon this a little bit. Morocco's finishing has been tough to watch as somebody who loves goals and keeps betting on them to score. It's been a tough time watching Morocco, but I still know what this team is capable of. And as Marcelo also mentioned, to top this group, they're going to need goals. The goal differential is going to be the deciding factor. So if there was ever a time to see players like Ismail Sabari and Brahim Diaz really click past just that first goal, this is where it needs to happen. And I'm going to trust Morocco that they can get that job done and find at least 3 goals in this game. Morocco to score over 2.5 goals is sitting at -110. Not even plus money here, but I think this is the game where everything clicks and finally comes together, and they give Brazil a real run for their money to top the group. And I think that happens because in bet number 2, for Brazil versus Scotland, I think Scotland score in this game. I know a lot of people are saying it's going to be KG Brazil are too good for they're going to do. Yeah, whatever you want to say. I talked to Ian Joy, so I've got a little bit of bias here. Both teams to score is currently priced at plus 150. This Scotland team and this Tartan Army is not a team that are going to just sit back if they go down early. And I think that Brazil are more than good enough to get that first half goal, which is going to force Scotland to press, force them to play a higher line, and force them to try to keep this close and find an equalizer. I love both teams to score, especially when you're giving me Jimmy odds at plus 150 here.
Ooh, I love that. I love swimming in positive waters, Buckets. Speaking my language, big guy. Yeah, I like that value a lot, and I do think that Scotland can find a goal, and they were close in Morocco. Asking some questions, didn't get any shots on goal, as I mentioned, but yeah, good bets. You're a smart guy, Buckets.
Thank you.
Buckets, the only thing that worries me is the only time they scored more than 3 goals was against Madagascar.
Yeah, and I'm going to say that Haiti's probably a little bit better than Madagascar, but I'm kind of bet on everything clicking here. If I'm wrong, it happens, but I'm expecting 3 still.
I love it. I love it.
Buckets, we appreciate it. We're going to take a quick break here right now on the network. Much more Morning Footy, 48 Nations coming up for you on the other side.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me.
Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events.
It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days, but the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in 2 worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
Welcome back into Morning Footy. Here's our trivia question. Cristiano Ronaldo's brace versus Uzbekistan was just the second multi-goal World Cup game of his career. Who did the other one come against? Who did the first one come against? And Tony, I think you have been...
I'm guessing it's Spain, match day 1, second game of the tournament in 2018.
Who gave him the answer?
Yeah, that was a little too specific.
No, I called the first game in the morning in Russia, so I knew that was the game at night. Yeah. So, but yeah, penalty kick. I think the last goal. There was a free kick in there. I can't remember this was the 3-3 game.
Okay.
Incredible game.
Wow, good memory, Tony. You remember what you were wearing down to the socks?
Only 2018, so I can remember back that far still.
All right. Well, should we do another check-in with Lisa here, real quick, Lisa?
Yeah. What's the latest?
Freaking cruising, guys. I'm cruising. I'm almost finished the base. Almost finished bag 2.
She still has to build the entire Ronaldo statue.
But I'm almost done the base.
Love it.
We're on our way.
You got
Man,
this,
these
Lisa.
pieces are small, and I'm working on a black desk, remind you. Half
Okay.
these pieces are black.
I'm hearing excuses already.
Can't see anything.
All I'm hearing is excuses over
For
there.
someone who's never
You know
done
what,
Legos
Jimmy?
before in her life.
I've got headlines to do, Jimmy. Why don't you come over here and help me out? You finish this one up. Claudia, hey, come on, Jimmy. Come on. Here you go.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, you
I'll
want to
set you
talk
up.
a lot? This is what happens.
I got my app. I got the book. I just finished
App and a book.
page 62,
Okay.
63. You're on your way,
Great.
my friend.
Thank you.
There you go.
Cool.
All right, I'll take you guys through some headlines. Let's run through this. We got to start with some
Jimmy,
World Cup related news and some transfer news specifically from the fallout of Julian Alvarez's public transfer request is continuing to be felt, with Atletico Madrid CEO Miguel Ángel Gil Marín blasting FC Barcelona for what he believes to be their involvement in Julian Alvarez's request. Marín said, quote, "Barcelona are disrespecting us. They think they can walk all over us and that we are weak and stupid, but in reality, they are showing the world a way of acting which defines them. They lie to us, to the player, to the media. They even lie to their own supporters. They try to make everyone believe they can do a deal that in reality they are not capable of doing." In other World Cup news, we have some sad news from the French national team camp, where head coach Didier Deschamps has left the French national team after the death of his mother. Deschamps has returned to France for the funeral, and it remains unclear when he will return. Assistant coach Guy Steffen will lead the French in Friday's group finale against Norway, a match that will determine who wins Group I. In some other World Cup news, there is some good news for the Iranian national team, which will have United States travel restrictions eased by the U.S. government. Iran has recorded 2 draws in the group stage despite being forced to travel into the U.S. from their base camp in Mexico on match day for their first 2 matches. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security will allow the Iran team to travel to Seattle today, 2 days ahead of their match on Friday against Egypt. They will still need to leave the United States immediately after their match. Another big talking point at the World Cup has been the hydration breaks. The pausing of matches midway through each half has drawn criticism for interrupting the momentum of matches for what is perceived to be an excuse to generate revenue from commercials aired during the breaks. Gianni Infantino defended hydration breaks and insisted the motivation for having them is purely sporting. Take a listen.
Give everyone the same chances. We want to have the same conditions for everyone. And that's why for us this decision is based purely on the sporting equity and the sporting merits. And I want to stress this because I hear as well it's about money or things like that. It is not. We don't make $1 more revenues in FIFA with these hydration breaks because all our contracts were signed well ahead of the decision to have these breaks.
Tony, are we buying it that the hydration breaks are purely based on sporting decisions by Infantino?
Well, I like the fact that if you're going to do it, like he says, everyone falls under the same rules. I hate the water break in general. I said at the beginning, I do like it for, what was it, about 90 degrees, right? But at games that they were doing it for those games, that would keep everyone on equal ground, right? Because if you play in a game that's 90 degrees, you get a water break. It seems very commercialized, right? It seems that this is what it's about. Maybe he's saying FIFA doesn't make money because the networks are making money that are doing it. Yeah, I don't know. We're not in there.
FIFA.
I would think so, right? I would think so. I'm trying to I'm trying to justify Gianni Infantino's words. Those are his words, right? They're not mine. So I'm trying to figure it out in my head how this all makes sense. But Cello and I were at a game we were at that game the other night, and it was raining. And
they took a hydration break.
These guys are taking a hydration break, and everyone was miserable. The guys who had to come out of the dugout were miserable because they're sitting in the pouring rain doing nothing. It just didn't seem like, Cello, that it needed a break at all.
There's no break. The purists, we all love the game of 45 minutes. There's rhythms, there's ebbs and there's flows. It goes back and forth. There's no need to stop a game where it's 70 degrees or 80 degrees. I get it if it's 90 and it's dangerous to players, you need that hydration break. But over this tournament, I think there's been only 5 games that have hit that heat requirement. So now we're stopping a game where you're in the rhythm. Look at England the other day, right? They're in a rhythm. Now they have to stop for 3 minutes, get into their rhythm again and find that rhythm, which is not easy. It takes a little bit of time. So no, I am not a fan of it. I think it's hurting the game. Even though you want your 4, we keep doing this every time we go to a game. We see people doing this like they do in football, 4 quarters. It's not our sport. You're changing our sport, and that's not good.
Yeah, well, other networks have hydration breaks, and we have Lego breaks, which we are making no money from.
Hey,
but
we're on bag
we get to
3.
have fun.
Jimmy, thanks for your help.
No problem. I'm helping
Anytime.
everybody.
Anytime. Come on back.
And it is hard to see on this black table.
Thank you. Thank you. This is my progress so far. The base is done.
Jimmy, you can come sit down. Look at that. Look at the teamwork while we were having the conversation about hydration breaks.
Hey, it makes the dream work.
Jimmy looks very proud of himself.
I am.
Jimmy
I accomplished something
proud.
today.
Lisa
You
looks
did
a bit
well flipping the
confused,
pages.
but hey, we're going to do this.
Flipping the pages. I'm a good page flipper.
See, that teaches you right there. Keep your mouth shut unless you want to be involved. She pulled you in there because you wanted to talk a little too
Thanks,
much.
Mom.
All right, we're going to take a quick break here. Much more Morning Footy, 48 Nations coming up.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me.
Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events.
It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days, but the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in 2 worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here. Now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And we live the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
I was the kid that shouldn't have made it.
Texas kid on the field.
Kid from Nacogdoches, Texas. Knack of nowhere, some people would say. I probably rubbed people the wrong way. Because I didn't give a shit what people thought about me. Kind of one of those things I wasn't going to be denied.
And Clint looks at you, he looks like he wants to kill you. And I have respect for that.
He did not hold back.
That's from here.
The man's going to have the last word.
What's he saying?
You don't know where I'm from, dog.
Where are you from, dog?
I'm from the oldest town in Texas, Nacogdoches, where I'm from.
Okay.
He had to kind of claw his way to every opportunity in ways that maybe other kids didn't have to.
I feel like everyone has their time. When Clint came on the scene, it was Clint's time.
Dempsey will try and chip one. Wonderful!
He had this personal belief that he was going to make it no matter what.
Clint's the guy now. Is almost like plucked out of a Greek tragedy.
He had to create a narrative that people were against him. Sometimes that was me.
You're the soccer player.
Now you're the soccer player.
All he really ever wanted to do was win. He wanted it so bad.
Had Clint been any different, we wouldn't be here talking about him, talking about the legend that he is. He had to be himself.
Dempsey, who else? Dempsey! Astonishing!
My mentality was make those play you. Make them play you.
Paramount Plus is your one stop for the best documentaries in American soccer. That includes You Don't Know Where I'm From, Dog, the story of Clint Dempsey, along with Pulisic, a 9-part docuseries that gives you a behind-the-scenes look into the life and story of U.S. star Christian Pulisic, and Billion Dollar Goal, a 3-part docuseries focused on the biggest game-changing moment in American soccer. You can watch all 3 documentaries exclusively on Paramount Plus. We're going to take a quick break here now. Much more Golazo Network 48 Nations coverage coming up on the other side.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me.
Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events.
It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion!
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in 2 worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And we live the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount+.
Taken the U.S. by storm. Scotland's fan base has high expectations heading into this World Cup, and man, have they exceeded them. Starting with Scotland's first 2 matches taking place in Boston. The Tartan Army, they took over the city with bagpipes, bars, trips to the ballpark, leaving an actual beer shortage behind them. Now, the Tartan Army have headed south, all the way to Miami for today's match against Brazil. Little Havana turned into Glasgow, Lone Depot Park, home of the Miami Marlins. They've turned it into Celtic Park. Last week, we caught up with Craig Ferguson, a member of the Tartan Army, who walked from Los Angeles to Boston to raise £1 million for awareness of men's mental health. Craig also made the trip from Boston to Miami by plane this time. And we are so pleased to welcome Craig now into Morning Footy on his trek that has taken him all across the United States in a kilt. And now look at you in beautiful Miami. Craig, welcome back to Morning Footy.
It's an absolute pleasure. It's a little bit of a change of scenery this time, not stop the walking, and now I can enjoy the beautiful Miami as I talk to you.
Yeah, the last time we spoke to you, you looked like almost the woods of Rhode Island, about to get into Providence, and now this is stunning. It actually looks like a fake backdrop, but you did the trek, then you've been on a plane. It's been a busy couple of weeks. How are your legs feeling, my friend?
Yeah, the legs and everything's just a bit all over the place, to be honest with you. I was overcome with emotion. Last time we spoke, I was very close to finishing that 3,000-mile challenge, and having done it now and seeing the sort of reception that come in, it's been an emotional couple of days, and now I just get to become a Scotland fan again and watch my beautiful nation play at the World Cup.
Well, let's dive into that a little bit, Craig, because when we did speak with you, you were almost done with your walk, and now you raised the £1 million. You reached your goal. What did that feel like, and how meaningful was that to everybody that you were supporting?
It was the most incredible feeling ever, and I think that, it was the final sort of nail in the coffin to me to prove that everything was worth it, to prove that there was people out there that was listening to our voice, and that collective message of trying to raise awareness for men's mental health was heard. It was such a special moment, and to raise £1 million for a charity back home that will really save lives it's nothing short of incredible. But I'm feeling overcome with emotion. It's been an amazing couple of weeks.
As you should, Craig. I mean, we're so proud of you. It's so cool to hear your story, and of course to be able to chat with you about it. And really, the Scots here in America, you guys have been making news, from you, as of course we've talked to you, Craig, but also the Tartan Army and everything that they have done in Boston. Once you finally made it to Boston and you met up with them, what were the scenes like rejoining with the Tartan Army?
Oh, the scenes over the past few days, guys, have been unbelievable, and I'm sure you'll have seen it all over, social media and online. It's just been the best atmosphere ever, and this is what I was explaining to you guys. Scotland fans do football right, and we might not be the best team on the park, but wow, do we show up when it comes to these cities. And the Scotland fans have fallen in love with the USA now, and we're here in Miami enjoying the sun, albeit it might be a little bit too hot for us here, but it's just been the most incredible time.
Yeah, it's one of those things. When I think about Miami, it sounds great on paper, and when you get there, you're like, whoa, this is a lot hotter than I thought it was going to be.
Especially in June, the end of June.
Yeah. So I assume some alcohol is being consumed down in Miami, but some sunscreen is probably being applied as well. What kind of interactions have you had with the Tartan Army, with fans, Brazilian fans? Obviously, getting 2 really passionate fan groups together should be really special.
Well, that's it. I think you're right. I don't know what will do better in sales this week, beer or sun cream, but it will be a close race. The atmosphere in Miami already is incredible. I'm sat here coming to you from Ocean Drive, walking past different Brazil fans, lots of other sort of nations and stuff as well. But that's what the World Cup's all about, is this coming together of fans from different countries. Yes, you have a little bit of back and forth, but that's all part of the fun. But I love Brazil as a country as well. I have so much admiration for their fans and how passionate of a country they are. It's very similar to Scotland in some ways, just maybe with a little less tropical flavour.
Well, because you're in tropical Miami with the palm trees, it is pretty hot. Have you tried frozen drinks, or are the Scots throwing that into their arsenal? Perhaps a Miami Vice at times?
You know, the thing is with Scotland fans is that we're not a picky bunch. We drink absolutely any sort of alcohol that is put in front of us. Ideally, if it's cold, then yeah, perfect. So I'm sure there's been lots of cold drinks consumed over the past few days.
All right, let's talk about this game against Brazil. You need a point to really secure your spot into the knockout rounds for the first time in your history, which would be amazing. You might not even need that point, just don't want to lose by a lot. What's the approach right now for the Tartan Army? Cautious optimism? Is there a little bit of hope in there that you're playing a Brazil team that's good but not great? What's the game day, I guess, ritual for you guys as well? Like, what's going to happen?
Yeah. I think you're spot on. I think it is that sort of hope that runs through Scotland fans. You know, that's the whole sort of backbone of our nation, is that we kind of, you know, run off hopeless optimism. But yeah, you're absolutely spot on. It's such a knife edge at the moment. It looks like 3 points might be enough to get through in one of those third place spots, but I think it's quite a dangerous game to just hold out and try not lose by a lot. So we need to go out there and give it a go. That's what we need to do. We need to go out there, and yes, Brazil are such an amazing team, and they do bring a lot of attacking threat. So it's going to be dangerous, but I think that it's more dangerous to kind of sit back and try and keep the score down. So I'd like to see us go out and give it a go, and who knows, maybe we can cause a wee upset here in Miami.
I love that.
I mean, why not have all the faith in the world? So, Craig, we are live on YouTube. The comments are going crazy for you, for Scotland. We have a score prediction. Someone's saying 1-0 to Scotland. What do you think of that? What's your score prediction?
If that person was correct and it ended up being 1-0 to Scotland, Miami would definitely then run out of beer. Look, like you correctly pointed out, Scotland have never made it out of the group stage of a major tournament. So it truly would be history for our nation. And I think that it's what the fans deserve being out here. We've shown up so well. We've, you know, really shown the best of Scotland, and I hope that America's seen that. And yeah, if we can then show that on the pitch, make history, yeah, we'll be dreaming for weeks.
Oh, I love to hear it. So where will you be taking in the game? Are you going to the match?
I'm very fortunately going to the match, yeah. I say fortunately, but then my nerves will kick in when I'm there and I'll be an anxious mess. But yeah, I will be in the stadium, so it's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You know, Scotland versus Brazil in Miami. It doesn't get more glamour tie than this for our nation.
I love that.
It sure doesn't. Be that 12th man that they need, Craig. That is awesome. Congratulations on everything. This all started with a walk and to raise awareness to mental health. It has spun into so much more, and sharing the story of your friend and yourself and, of course, the Tartan Army. Do you have any more walks planned? Because this wasn't your first one that you've done. What's next on the walk agenda?
Yeah, to be honest, I think right now the plan is just to kind of take it all in and sit with the achievement of not only walking across the USA, but obviously raising £1 million. So I don't know what's next in store for me. I did once say that if Scotland won the World Cup, I would walk back the way, but I don't think I need to worry about that. But yeah, I think taking it in, enjoying it, and really just sitting with the achievement, and then who knows, we'll maybe decide another challenge down the line.
Well, enjoy it, Craig. Thank you so much for everything, and best of luck. Have fun at the match.
Fun.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime, Craig. A big one today between Brazil and Scotland. Now, I did this interview during this last segment, so I've recruited the rest of the crew to work on these Legos. Look at Claudia. She looks stressed. Yeah, it's a little stressful over there. We'll check in on them, see how they did during that break. Stick with us. More Morning Footy, 48 Nations next.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
I look crazy. It's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here. Now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
Welcome back to Morning Footy. As you can see, it is Whiteboard Wednesday. Which Champions League manager would survive a zombie apocalypse?
Pep will be out like that. He'd be going to the lead zombie. No.
That's me crying,
And what's next to you?
but that's still our trophy for the best, the record. We set that record.
That's right.
That looks like a bong, I'm going to be honest.
Who will be the first star player to leave PSG?
What's that, Jeff? Usman Dembele. Yep.
Who is this?
Mr. Potato Head. Is it bring your kid to school day?
Time for everybody's favorite segment, Whiteboard Wednesday. And I think everybody here has participated in it before except Marcelo. Tony, you haven't either?
No, I don't think so.
Wow.
Ooh, former USMNT players turned artistes. Let's see exactly how their drawing skills are.
The bar.
Tony Picasso over here. All right, so Jimmy, I actually don't know if I've seen you draw anything, so I'm putting all three of these guys to the test, so I'm going to tee up a question. You guys draw to the best of your ability, but if you feel like you can't, you can just write it out. All right, so let's start off with the first one. The player I would start my team with right now would be ... I hear lots of squeaky markers. And as they're doing this is a really creative show today. As they're doing this, Lisa's still over in her corner. For Lisa's Lego challenge, we had to undo some pieces that she had done before.
I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe that. It dropped, and maybe some pieces broke off, and then you had to find them, but that's not my fault.
We're gonna have to go back and
watch the footage.
Undo what you redid from what we undid. But all right, let's come back over here. We have Vitinha, we have Yamal, we have Olise. All right, well, Tony, you were the most maybe animated here with turning your board, so let's go with you first.
Well, they told me to turn the board, so I turned it. So if that's, yeah, Vitinha, you guys know Modric has been my favorite player for the last 10, 15 years, whatever it's been. And I said as soon as he retires, Vitinha becomes my favorite player to watch. I love the engine, and I feel like I can get out of the midfield always what I want. So Vitinha for me.
Yeah, that's a great shout. I'll go Olise. He's been fantastic. He's got 3 assists so far already for France in this World Cup. He was a revelation and really kind of stepped and found a next level with Bayern Munich this past season, both in the Bundesliga and the Champions League. 24 years old, so obviously somebody you want to build around. I almost put Bouhaddi, the 18-year-old from Morocco, just because he's got a bright future, but it's still early. So I went with someone that's obviously proven himself over a longer period of time, and I love Olise's game.
Marcelo?
I'm going straight rock star.
There we go.
I'm just
I like
going
the
straight
little
rock star.
tongue.
I think
Jamal, baby.
You know, you get what you see. Excitement when he's on the field. The left foot, he cuts, he turns, he smiles. And, you know, if you're going to build, you want to build about. I want to build around exciting soccer, offensive-minded soccer. So he's my man.
Love it. All right, moving on to the next question. The best supporter group at the World Cup has been ... I see Jimmy drawing a little something, something, and then I hear squeaking as I think Marcelo and Tony are spelling it out. Tony doesn't want to give it a try to draw, but don't worry, we're going to put him to the test in a little bit when he's forced to draw something later.
So
Go ahead. We'll let you turn yours.
I gave you my top 5, actually.
Oh, jeez. Tony, you're always bending the rules here. I ask you for one.
Tartan Army and the Norway Rowers. those are my favorite. There you go.
We're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
We've got Norway for both of you with the Vikings. What did you say? Tartan Army, Vikings, and then
they're tied for first. Yeah,
they're tied for first, and you put Argentina, U.S. and
He's trying to be everybody's friend right now. He's trying to be everybody's friend.
No, I'm answering the question.
Ooh. 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 Okay, we're good. We got it.
That was fantastic. These supporters groups have been incredible. Imagine if it was a World Cup based off of the trophy winning best off the best supporters group. So we have a comment in the YouTube saying who has been the best? Saying Argentina and Colombia. We haven't been mentioning the Colombia
they
fans.
were good last night.
They've been incredible as well.
It's hard to get away from Argentina, Colombia, Brazil, Scotland, Norway. We just got to see Norway in person, and I think that definitely impacts your decision making.
Yeah.
Plus, it was easier to draw. I don't know how to draw an Argentinian fan. But I could draw a Norway or Norwegian
Just do this.
helmet.
Draw the little hand up in the air. Or draw Nico.
Mi buena amigo.
Marcelo. All right, next question we have. Your former teammate who you think would make a great analyst would be...
Okay.
That does not work in TV now. So someone
that doesn't work in TV now.
That doesn't work in TV now. Someone you think should reconsider their post-playing career and jump into the TV side of things.
Okay.
Tone?
Well, it's a little bit of a cheat code because he did call a World Cup in 1994, but he was managing for the last 20 years. Peter Vermees.
Love the shout. Yeah. Why? He's very animated.
Oh, just he's really good at breaking down the game, good on television, speaks really well. Could give you really good insight.
Marcelo?
For people who don't know, this is Paul Caligiuri. Calzone, the calzone at the bottom.
Love that.
Listen, the Cal is just, you know what, sees the game a little different than a lot of people do. He likes to, he's very animated. I think that he would just be a blast to listen to on TV.
Yeah, he says some funny stuff too. I'm a fan of the Caligiuri shout. And I got coached by PV, so that was a good shout as well. I'm going Steve Cherundolo. I played with him with the U.S., got a great mind for the game, just finished coaching LAFC for a few years. Super funny. He had to kind of tone that part of his personality down as he was a coach and had to be a little bit more serious, but man, he made me laugh over the years, and so I think he'd be a great pundit. And so this is me. He's not doing anything right now. He moved back to Germany. So Steve, if you're watching, I call him Sven. Sven, buddy, get into TV. It'd be great.
Love it. All right, moving on to our next one. Tony, you have to draw for this one.
Yes.
Draw an emoji of your reaction if the U.S. men's national team wins all 3 group stage matches. Tony, you don't seem like a guy that uses emojis when you text, so good luck thinking.
Could you imagine getting an LOL?
I'm big on the thumbs up. Like, I'm really big on the thumbs up.
With the thumbs up.
I want to get an LOL from Big Tones now. That's like my new.
You're going to get one today. You're going to get one, don't worry.
Did you see Claudia hosting today? LOL.
LOL. What does that mean? I wonder if Tony will draw a thumbs up then, or maybe has another emoji in mind. I see Marcelo drawing maybe what looks like hair.
This is if the U.S. wins the 3rd game. What emoji?
If they, wins the 3rd game, which would mean they've won all 3.
This emoji.
So you're going to be super excited. I have no idea what emoji that is. Tony, turn it. Stop adding more to the emoji.
That's not even a real emoji.
That's not a real emoji. What is it?
But I love
No one said it had to be real.
He didn't say real. Yeah, look, I put a smiley face with a mullet. A mullet.
That's a really circular circle. That's amazing.
I use capital letters.
Yeah, there you go.
My head's blown off. I'm drinking beer. I'm getting drunk. I've got the long hair. I'm on the floor.
I want that as an emoji.
I'm on the floor excited, man. I put the long hair just to do a different emoji, you know what I mean?
Make it into a sticker. And then LFG.
That's like South Park's Jesus.
Exactly.
Is that an emoji?
No.
None of yours are actual emojis that
I saw what you were doing. I was like, I'm going to go for it. LOL.
Why, you tell me we shouldn't have a mullet emoji?
We should have a mullet emoji.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we should also have whatever that is, the Marcelo emoji there.
It's a super drunk cello.
We have an image of Tony drawing.
Oh, this isn't.
Bob Ross time. Bob Ross.
It's on the little sideways.
Yeah. I got Ibis written all over it.
Are we done?
Yes.
Are we done? You want to be done. All right, this one you actually don't have to draw anything. Okay, last one. What % chance do you give Lisa to finish the Ronaldo logo?
Whoa. Shots fired.
How long we got?
Sorry,
Shots fired.
Ooh.
I think it should be how many times do we have to redo what Lisa?
I'm scared.
Whoa. Oh my gosh.
I could say this because I'm not in the hot seat. If I had to be in the hot seat, I'd be stressing, which you saw before. Tony!
Tony.
0.00. He doubled down. 0.00.
Well, that's how you write in
I'm going to say like the milk, 2%.
Lisa, I love you and all of that.
I'm going to be nice.
Tony.
I'm be nice. We still got 40 minutes. 40 minutes.
Have 40 minutes.
Let's go. There's plenty of time.
I got you, girl. I got you.
Thank you.
50% isn't great.
It's a hell of a lot better than 0.00.
And my milk.
You couldn't even do
I saw the mess she made of the other piece.
You couldn't even do like 0.1.
Yeah, come on, Tony.
Okay,
0.01.
just because I really
should be
Lisa
some
is one of my
chance.
favorite people in the world.
Yeah, come on. They set me up for an impossible challenge. I've never touched Legos before today.
There you go.
Okay.
0.01.
Better.
All right, Tony.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Hey, don't let them distract you so they can win. You go.
Okay,
You go.
I got
Don't let
this.
them distract you.
How are you doing over there?
You know, I'm okay.
We're moving.
0.
We're getting there.
What
We're
bag?
getting there.
What bag are we on?
Same one, number 2. I'm almost done though. This was a
There's 8
complicated
bags.
piece. There's moving parts.
Oh, the one that I fixed in the break. Okay, yeah, okay, got one.
All right, we might
Trying
need,
my best.
Tony, you might need to go over there during this break. All right.
Come help me, Tone.
I will.
Oh yeah.
What do we got?
Actually,
Something else?
when we were talking about the supporter groups, one group we didn't mention was Mexico. Mexican fans have been absolutely incredible down there. Mexico, of course, fans of the host countries.
Of course.
They've been great.
Yeah, Canada's been great too.
Yeah, Mexico has really been turning it up. All right. Mexico fans have been the best supporter. What do we have? Mbappe for
building a team around someone?
Better to start your team.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, there's some
other guys.
Yeah, I was trying to think outside of the normal big names.
Yeah. Love it. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break here and much more Morning Footy 48 Nations coming up for you on the other side.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me.
Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events.
It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. but the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game, change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the running man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
Lisa with the Legos. Welcome back to Morning Footy. The road trip continues. It's day 13 of 41 on Nico Cantor's coast-to-coast RV trip. He started in LA, watched the USA beat Paraguay 4-1, then traveled up to Seattle to watch a pair of games at Lumen Field. Then the crew went all the way down to Texas, and Nico watched Messi break one record in Dallas, and then yesterday saw Ronaldo break another record in Houston. Now, while in Houston, Nico got to hang out with some Uzbekistan fans prior to their 5-0 loss. Look at that. Nico truly finding himself a part of every single fan group that he can. And then he got the big invite to NASA. Yeah, pretty cool. Nico is ready for liftoff yet again as he's back on the road and heading to Kansas City this morning. All right, so let's bring in Nico Cantor. Nico, we talk a lot about the morning footy bump that always happens here on the show. So you got to see Messi. He breaks one record. Then you go to see Ronaldo. He breaks another record. You're bringing the good luck to all these legends.
Honestly, what a privilege. To see Messi and Ronaldo score at the World Cups and make history respectively in their own right. What more can you ask for? The two greatest players that I saw, without a shadow of a doubt, we were actually watching on our way to Kansas City last night. We were watching highlights when they went up against each other. What I would give Claudia to roll back the clock, because we're seeing the last of Messi and Ronaldo right now. What I would give to roll back the clock and be a 16, 17-year-old again and witness those moments for the first time ever, I think we need to appreciate what we're witnessing today at this World Cup.
All right. And I love that, and I love the trip that you're on. The more you get to see and witness history, the more jealous I get of this trip. And of course, all of your stuffed animals that you're hanging out with. So let's talk about your visit to NASA yesterday. What 5 players do you think are ready for liftoff, as it were, in this tournament?
Wow, okay. First of all, we weren't technically at NASA. It was at the Houston Fan Festival, and there was like a NASA event set up there. Obviously, Space City, NASA's a big part of Houston. So players that are ready for takeoff, I don't know if I have 5, Jimmy. I've got like 3
okay, give us 3.
best.
Give us 3.
The first one, which is always awesome to see. I think at the World Cup, everyone discovers a player that you didn't know of before. And I'm going to point to Colombia's Gustavo Puerta, number 14, the midfielder that does all the dirty work and lets James be free. He covers him defensively when they don't have the ball, and he also occupies center backs when they do have the ball in order to create space for James. He can shoot from mid-distance. He gets inside of the box. Keep an eye out for him. He just got sold to Bayer Leverkusen. He was playing in 2nd Division Spain up until now for Racing de Santander. I don't know how much Colombia you guys have been watching, but he's been awesome.
Yeah,
great surprise.
Yeah, I thought he was excellent last night in particular. And he did get a couple shots on goal from distance, so he is joining the attack when it makes sense. All right, who are your other two? I like that shout a lot. Who else are you looking at?
Yeah, and Bouadi from Morocco is also a rising star. I think he's primed for a move after right now where he's playing at Lille after this World Cup. He could go elsewhere. Whenever he goes, he's going to go for a big price tag. Maybe it's now with the World Cup. Lille might be more primed to sell him because of the World Cup tax. But at 20 years old, a central midfielder running the show, wanting the ball, wanting the protagonism, clean out of the back. He was developed in French institutions, but with strong Moroccan heritage that ultimately pulled him to play for Morocco. He went through the youth system at Lille, and it's crazy because there were pictures of him at the 2018 World Cup when he was like 10 years old with a Morocco jersey on, going to see Morocco. And I really sympathize with these Moroccan dual nationals because that's clearly been the story of their recruitment, right? And of their success, because I myself have felt that pull both ways with my Argentine roots, but being born in the United States, I feel very proud about being an American, but I also feel very culturally Argentine. So to see a kid flourish and choose the country of his parents must feel like a dream. Whatever choice he would have made would have, sung to his heart. He ended up choosing Morocco, and to see him thriving at the World Cup at such a young age. We called him a lot in Golazo show for Europa League with Lille, and to finally see the stage become even bigger and him not be afraid, I really like him.
Yeah, that's a great shout. We've been talking about him a lot, and I almost thought about building my team around him. That's how much potential you can see. His ceiling is unlimited at this point. You got one more player for us? Because those are two great ones. Who else you got?
Okay, I struggled to come up with a third that really I thought was rising. Perhaps Deniz Undav deserves a little bit of recognition, because for Germany, if we go back and understand the path that Germany was on leading into this World Cup, there was beef between Deniz Undav and Julian Nagelsmann. And almost like disrespect to a certain extent. You guys remember this, right? Where Julian Nagelsmann kind of said that Deniz Undav was never going to be a star on this team, that he wasn't good enough, blah, blah, blah. There was a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. It spilled into the media. It was kind of dramatic, controversial. And Deniz Undav has been scoring goals now for Germany at the World Cup. So a little bit of respect for a striker that I think he's close to the ceiling. I don't know how much more he's going to explode. But I just want to give him his moment of recognition, because I think his name was unfairly dragged through the mud, and we've seen him play really well in Germany for Stuttgart, and I think he deserves a little bit of flowers in this moment at the World Cup for Germany that perhaps not too many people had high expectations. And I'm talking about Germany's a team that's won the World Cup 4 times. It's a country that an expectation is to win, and just because of the present state of Germany, I don't think the expectations are there, and Undav has been a bright spot.
Hey, 3 great names. I was hoping Alex Freeman would make your list, though. Alex Freeman has got to be considered a rising star from the U.S.'s perspective.
Okay, 100%. Sorry, Jimmy. 1,000%. That guy is going to the moon.
I'll accept the apology.
What a player, man. And can I tell you something? He's so competitive. He's got an edge. I was able to do pitchside commentary in the game against Australia, so I had him on my flank, actually, in the first half. And first off, he's a big boy. I don't know if he's gotten bigger since he went to Villarreal, but he's got size to him. He's got speed to him. He's very intelligent. He interprets the game very well. And what I like the most, I forget which Australian player it was, towards the end of the first half, after he had scored the goal, he gets caught in a shoulder-to-shoulder inside of his own box, and he shoves the Australian into the board. I don't know if you guys remember that moment. That literally happened right in front of my face, and I got to hear it. He looks down at the Australian and goes, "Yeah, boy!" He was feeling the moment. It was pretty epic. It was, I love that. So imagine for a young kid he got passed on by Inter Miami. Inter Miami said, no, thank you. I actually have a friend that coached him when he was younger, and he tried to make moves at Orlando. He made it happen, and Poch saw the future in this kid. He goes to Villarreal. I don't know, man. It's such a cool full circle moment in Seattle. His dad had a huge game in the NFL playing in that stadium, and now his kid is scoring in the World Cup. Amazing. To the moon. Alex Freeman to the moon. I'm on the ship.
I love that. Nico, I just heard a rumor that there's someone new that's joined you on this leg of the road trip. Is that true? Do you have new people on the RV with you?
Yeah. Our coordinating producer, our chef, master chef of the kitchen, Giancarlo Gennarini, is with us with all of his ball knowledge, and he's been picking up Spanish. We've got social media producers in the house, and it's a rotating cast. So shout out to the real OGs, the man who's holding the camera as steady as possible, Daniel Hamza, who's gonna be on this whole crazy experience with us from day one, and the guys behind this wall that are the drivers, JD hauls ass. He's unbelievable, a true professional, and Tom next to him. They are the real MVPs of this whole experience.
Love that. Nico, I have someone in the comments asking, how can I find out where that RV is? I'm in Miami next week. Are you going to be, when are you hitting Miami?
Yes. So we're arriving to Kansas City today. We're going to be at the Power and Light District for whoever wants to stop by, say hi. We're going to be, in the Fan Fest, enjoying the football. And then after the Tunisia-Netherlands game, we go to Miami straight. It's like a 20-something hour drive. We'll be there Saturday for the Colombia-Portugal game, and we'll stay Sunday. So we're going to be there all day. If you want, you can see our route on Instagram. There's an Instagram post. I'll put it up on my story if you guys want. You guys can follow it. It's kind of like a rough schedule of what we have planned for the rest of the trip. Obviously, knockout stage might change some things, but we're going to start working our way up the East Coast. I'm going to meet Tony in New Jersey, in the great state of Tony?
New Jersey.
Wait, so
can't wait,
baby.
Nico. Can't wait.
I'm getting some information that there's a mascot, there's something with Buc-ee's, there's somebody on the... We're trying to connect the dot here. I feel like we're missing something here.
What is Nico trying to hide from us?
Guys, who? Oh, that's what you were referring to, Claudia. Sorry, it's very early. I didn't catch the hint. Have you guys been to a Buc-ee's?
Never.
I didn't know what it was until 12 hours ago.
I've been in Oklahoma for the last 5 years. We pass Buc-ee's. My kids won't let us pass when we go there. They've got the best food ever in that place, and it's massive.
I didn't know it was
Did you get any jerky, any beef jerky out of there?
Okay. I did get beef jerky out of there. So for those of you who don't know, Buc-ee's is the quintessential American highway stop on crack. It's like if Disney made a baby with Route 66 and it made it to First Division in Europe. It is the coolest place on the side of the road. It's got fresh brisket. It's got a wall of jerky. You can buy clothes. I bought sunglasses. You can buy Buc-ee's merch, and this is Bucky the Beaver, I guess it's what it is, and it is like part of the Americana story that I didn't know, and that's the fun part about this road trip. The United States is so big, I feel like the European mind cannot comprehend that even me as an American, I'm discovering my own country. So shout out to Buc-ee's. I don't know if it's privately or publicly owned, but if it's publicly owned, I might buy the dip because I was pretty impressed. They tout the cleanest bathrooms in America, by the way. Pretty spacious. I took my time. And respect. I had to get a Buc-ee's the Beaver.
I love that. Maybe if they make a Buc-ee's Lego, that will be Lisa Carlin's next challenge. Should we check in with Lisa? Lisa, guys, I see something standing over here.
Look at my progress.
There we go.
Look at this.
CR7.
I'm absolutely crushing crushing it over here.
That could be the whole. That could be the whole thing. If
Wait,
we
where's Cristiano?
I knew you.
I'm working on Cristiano right now, Nico. Don't worry. I've got.
You have 17 minutes left, Lisa.
Tony, you want to change your percentage for me?
I gave you know. I said I knew you could do this.
Wow.
0.01%.
No more distracting me.
Pretty cool.
It's super cool. This is pretty fun.
Yeah, Nico, we needed you here for this.
Have you been at it since the start of the show, Lisa?
Yes, Nico. It is so many pieces. It is so complicated.
Nico, tune into Scoreline later on tonight.
This Scoreline tomorrow.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Poor Lisa, you catching strays. You're doing incredible. I didn't
ask for this. I didn't want to do this today.
Yes.
Bye to you and bye to Bucky. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break here. Much more Morning Footy, 48 Nation coming up.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me.
Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events.
It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others. But they're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies. Now streaming on Paramount Plus.
Soccer isn't a new game in the United States. The immigrants brought it here in 1912.
The opportunity to play for my country, I just could not pass that up.
We're all very proud of you.
Not everyone is aware of what happened in important historical moments for American soccer.
I was a kid that shouldn't have made it. Kid from Nacogdoches, Texas.
Clint Dempsey Doodle.
Kind of one of those things I wasn't going to be denied.
People criticize me often.
You can't take it seriously. It's the USA.
But I get to have that attention because I'm good.
We were carrying the weight of American soccer on our shoulders. Probably unfair to 20 guys.
When he looks at you, he looks like he wants to kill you. And I have respect for that.
It's about how much are you willing to give to win.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
The USA has realized its dream.
Dempsey threw the ball away! What can this kid do?
Paramount Plus is your one stop for the best documentaries in American soccer. You don't know where I'm from, dog? The story of Clint Dempsey is one of several docuseries that you can catch. Pulisic, a 9-part docuseries, gives you a behind-the-scenes look into the life and story of U.S. star Christian Pulisic. That's another one, along with Billion-Dollar Goal, a 3-part docuseries focused on the biggest game-changing moment in American soccer history. You can watch all 3 documentaries exclusively on Paramount Plus. We're going to take a quick break here. Much more Golazo Network 48 Nations coverage coming up.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me.
Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events.
It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days, but the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion.
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
I look crazy. It's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in 2 worlds.
There are others. They're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And relive the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
Welcome back in. Well, each nation will play their final group stage match sometime over the next 4 days. Mexico, the U.S., Germany, France, Norway, Argentina, and Colombia have already clinched a spot into the round of 32. Now remember, the top 2 in each group advance, along with the 8 best third-place teams. So how is it decided who those 8 teams are? The tiebreaker starts off with points, followed by goal difference, goals scored, then conduct score, and then FIFA World Ranking. So right now, the top 8 third-place finishers are Sweden, Scotland, Croatia, Algeria, Paraguay, Cabo Verde, Belgium, and Czechia. But of course, all of that can change because every single nation still has 1 more game left to play. Now, if the World Cup group stage ended after match day 2, which ended just yesterday, this is how the table would end up looking. Take a look at Portugal in that bottom left half of the table. Their path would have them up against Ghana, then waiting for the winner of Spain versus Austria. Below them, you can see the United States would be taking on Algeria if it all ended after match day 2, who would then go on to play the winner of Egypt versus Czechia. But again, there is still one more game to play for. So the current odds right now for the U.S. in their path, the actual projected opponent for the U.S., well, The Athletic has them playing Bosnia and Herzegovina as their most likely opponent at 58%, followed then by Qatar or Senegal, which, as we've been talking about, Jimmy, is a path that we could say is maybe the most favorable, is the one that
it's a good word to use. Yeah, Bosnia is a good team. They obviously still have one more game, so we'll get some information. They're playing Qatar, and whoever wins that will be most likely our third-place opponent based on all the permutations that can happen. Given some of the other opponents, yes, I think that I'd prefer to play Bosnia over potentially a Ghana or Portugal or even Senegal. If we found ourselves against Senegal, as Tony brought up earlier in the show, they haven't played their best yet, so getting them would be a difficult task. I know we just played them in a friendly and we won that one 3-2, but in a knockout round game, everything changes and then the margins get really tight. So, yeah, right now that looks like a path that looks okay. At some point, if we keep winning, which I hope that we would, playing Spain or Portugal in the round or the quarterfinals would be incredible to have that type of game of magnitude. And I feel like with that tidal wave of momentum, maybe we could surprise them and pull off an upset.
Yeah, we saw just from yesterday, right, how much that bottom left part of the bracket, of course, that's what we're focusing on the most, has changed already, right? And after today, it's going to change again. I do like the lower left, right, where the U.S. is sort of next group of games and where it stands. But that's the advantage of finishing in first place in your group.
Yeah. Can we look at Mexico? Oh, let's look at the round of 16 opponents. Yeah, so round of 16 potentially could be Egypt. Yeah, so Tony, as you were saying, we kind of like the way things are shaping up for the U.S. on that side. Egypt would most likely be their round of 16 opponent if they are to advance, followed by Iran, Belgium, Czechia, and again, Senegal is thrown in there. Marcelo, what do you think about this, potentially Egypt in the round of 16?
Mo Salah.
And Marmouche.
The stars are aligning, and I think you need a little bit of help through, scores and this and that, but the only thing you can control is your job.
Yeah.
The U.S. is controlling their fate. They won. Hopefully they won't make too many lineup changes. They keep that rhythm going. But I think at this point, when you look at the U.S. team, they're pretty confident, not arrogant or not cocky, confident. And this is a team, for me, that I don't think they're too concerned about who they're playing next. I think this is a team that's hungry. I think this is a team that's ready to step out on the field and they want to play. Because after 5 days of training and you've got that kind of train rolling down the hill, you just kind of want to keep playing those games. So I think they're eager to get back on the field. So, listen, you never want to face a Spain or those guys until you get to a semifinal. But I think right now it's who's next for us, and let's go.
Yeah. All right, well, let's take a look at Mexico and projected path for them. So most likely in the round of 32, Mexico has a very high chance of taking on Scotland, Brazil, or Ecuador. Jimmy, what do you think about this?
Well, I think what's important for both Canada and Mexico, and for the U.S., we'll have all of our games in our home country. But for Mexico and Canada, if they win their groups, they're going to continue to stay in their home countries. And so it's really important for them to do that. I think it's such an advantage for Mexico in particular, who play at altitude, who are so comfortable playing in Estadio Azteca, or if they play in Guadalajara or Monterrey. Either way, they're just going to have such a home field advantage. They don't want to lose that. So the Brazil one would be incredible. Mexico-Brazil in the round of 32. Maybe that game comes a little bit too early for all of us casuals. You'd want to see that maybe in the round of 16 or a quarterfinal. But if the Scotland fans head down to Mexico to play a game, I would love to fly down to go just experience that, because those sets of fans are both incredible.
You think they switch from beer to tequila in Mexico?
I think they would find a way.
You think they could drink all the tequila in Mexico too?
Yeah, potentially.
Ooh, all right, well, let's do our final check-in with Lisa. We've had 2 hours that have passed. Lisa.
I've created some things.
Are those legs?
Hey, we'll take that.
I don't know what this is. I think this is his body.
But look at what you've put together. You've put together the entire base with CR7.
Look at this.
We don't need to see the person to know what you're building.
Thank you.
This is incredible.
I mean, give someone an impossible task. Try. I made it through bag 5 of 8.
We're proud of you,
I'm
Lisa.
on my way. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Shut down those haters, a.k.a. Tony Miola. Give me 1%. Come on, Tony.
Thanks for having faith, guys.
All right, guys. Well, make sure that you stay tuned here on the Golazo Network. Much more 48 Nations coverage coming up for you on the other side.